Okay, and no special props today, but if you know that you like using a prop for any particular thing, then always have it handy just so it's available for you to use. So like I said, we're going to start in a seated position, and I'm going to turn my chair just so I'm facing out towards the camera. But come down onto your seat, scoot your butt way back, and then just kind of give your body a second to wiggle itself into place. Let your feet get nice and comfortable on the ground. If it feels okay to do so, close your eyes down. And then just let everything soften. Soften your toes. Soften the bottoms of your feet. And as your toes and your feet get soft and heavy, now see if you can invite that sense of softness up into your calves and your shins. Soft and heavy around your knees. Notice if your thighs are slightly engaged and see if you can let them go. Let them be soft and heavy in the chair. And then allow your awareness to come up to your belly and then pause there for a moment. Just take a couple of gentle breaths, just noticing the physical movement in your belly. And then as you notice that physical movement in your belly or your abdomen, notice if you're holding any tension specifically around your belly button. And if you're holding or grasping any last bit of tension there, can you let your belly be soft, nice and loose? And then allow that softness to find its way further up your torso. So chest, shoulders, upper back, let it all get soft and heavy into the back of your chair. And then take a moment here to notice if there's any parts of your body that took just a little bit longer to get there or want that little bit of extra attention. Take a moment to notice those places and then set an intention here to honor those parts of your body throughout your practice. And then go just a little bit further with that intention to honor your mind and your body throughout your entire practice. Never doing anything that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. Take one more moment here, just noticing your body in this more quiet, softer place. And then we're gonna, if you can, you'll keep your eyes closed, but you might open them just to look and see what I'm doing, and then close your eyes back down. So to start, we're gonna bubble our cheeks and then squish our cheeks around. So you're gonna imagine that you fill your cheeks up with a liquid, or just fill your cheeks up with air. So we're gonna puff up the cheeks like you're making bubble cheeks. And then we're going to start to swish that air around the mouth. So keeping your lips closed, you're going to make your bubble cheeks, and then hopefully close your eyes down. So that way you don't have to pay attention to what you look like, but just puff up your cheeks. And then you're just going to swish that air all around. So let your mouth move, let your lips move, let your cheeks move. And just move it all in an organic way, just allowing your cheeks, your lips to move all around. And then notice as you bubbled your cheeks, did your teeth clench together? And if so, now can you keep your lips together, teeth apart, but still move that air around? Awesome. Take one more little bubble of the cheeks all around. And then if you can, just let all that air go. And then we're going to start to lift our back away from the seat, just coming into a slightly taller posture. And then notice your feet on the floor, but your feet might be in that softer position as your butt's way back in your chair. Keep the soft position of your feet. Let your thighs and your butt be heavy in your chair. And we're just going to move right into the head and the neck. As you inhale, gently lift your chin up. And as you exhale, tuck your chin down towards your chest. Inhale and lift your chin up. Exhale and tuck your chin down. One more time here. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale to tuck your chin down. Inhale, lift your chin to a neutral position, open your eyes, and then just walk your butt forward in your chair just a little bit so your feet find that solid grounding. And then we're going to take our left arm out to the side. Start by just giving your left arm a good gentle shake, bringing a little blood flow down to the fingers, down to the wrists. Notice how your wrists feel, notice how your fingers feel, and just make sure that whenever you're doing any of this kind of movement, just that you go at a vigorous pace that is right for you. So don't injure yourself. Take one more shake of that arm, and then we're going to stick with that arm, but now we're going to move into just a little open and close pattern. So open the palm so that it opens up towards the ceiling. You're going to feel your shoulder round back, and then you're going to close the palm and let the shoulder roll forward. Open the palm, and then close. And one more time, just like that. Open the palm, and then close. And now we're going to add on. As you open the palm, you're going to look to the sky. And then as you close the palm, tuck your chin down to your chest. Open the palm, look to the sky. Close the palm and look down. One more just like that. Open the palm, look up. Close the palm and look down. And now we're going to open the palm and then drop the ear away. So think opposite ear to shoulder. So open the palm so you get this nice big opening through the side of your neck and your shoulder. Palm is facing up, ears dropped away. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Release your head, release your hand. Take a moment, set your hand down, close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. Just notice how one side might feel a little different than the other. Cool, and then open your eyes and we're going to take that to the other side. So right arm out and just start to give that right arm a good shake. Nice, take one more good shake of that arm, and then we're going to start with the open and close. So open the palm, flip up, let the shoulder round. Close the palm, let the shoulder round forward. Open up, and then roll it forward. Beautiful. One more just like that. Open up and close. And now add the head as well. As you open, head lifts. And as you close, chin tucks down. Open and the head lifts. Close and the chin tucks down. One more time. Open and lift. Close and tuck down. And then keep that open position. So roll the shoulder back, but now drop your ear away. So ear to shoulder over to the other side. So you get that nice opening through the side of the neck, opening through the shoulder, and even through the armpit chest. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Lift your head to neutral, release that arm. Hands are going to come forward right away. Move into your cat-cow breath. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale and round your back, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. One more breath here. Inhale, lift. Exhale to round. Find a nice tall neutral spine, and then we're going to scooch the butt even further forward. So you're going to come a little closer to the front edge of your chair. Step your feet forward. So heels on the ground, feet about shoulder width distance apart with that nice generous bend in the knees. And we're going to take a fold from here. So lift the belly, lift the chest, slide your hands forward, come to a depth that works good for you. So you might hold on to your toes, your shins, the floor, whatever works good. But as you come here, make some space so that your belly and your chest feel comfortable. But if you can, let your belly and your chest rest on your thighs. Soften the back of your neck, invite some softness into the whole back of your body, and then see if you can tune in. Notice the breath in the back of your shoulder blades. Notice the movement of breath in the back of your ribs. We're going to stay nice and low here, but now we're going to walk slightly over to the left. So your body weight's going to move slightly over to the left, and then see if you can reach your right hand across to your left blade edge of your foot. So just a nice little bit of reach. Take a nice big breath. So now maybe hopefully you feel a little opening through the right side body, up around the armpit. Take one more breath and then release. And we're going to take that slightly over to the other side. So you're going to walk over towards the other foot. And then once you found your way there, left hand's going to reach across and see if you can find the blade edge of that foot. Feel that little opening through the side body. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then release yourself back to center. Pause for a moment just to make sure everything feels good. And then slowly and mindfully walk yourself back up and in. Step your feet back into a nice, comfortable position. We're going to pick up the left leg. So make a little basket weave. Let your arms do the heavy lifting. Take that knee, draw it in circles, go in one direction. Awesome. Take that knee, draw it in circles, go the other way. Nice. And then we're going to take that knee, lift it up to the chest, just a light little squeeze. Hold on to that leg, but keep it in a slightly more neutral position now, and then take a light little swing of the foot. So start with that light swing. Notice how your knee joint feels here. And then if the knee is feeling good, you're going to take it at a slightly more vigorous pace. If it's feeling like it needs a little extra care, keep it small, keep it gentle, keep it mindful. Beautiful. One more swing of that foot. And then when you're ready, set that foot down. We're taking it right to the other side. Make your little basket weave, pick that leg up, let your arms do the heavy lifting, draw your knee in circles, go in one direction. Beautiful. Draw your knee in circles, go the other way. Awesome. And then hug that knee up to the chest, a light little squeeze. And then release it to a fairly neutral position and start to swing your foot. Start small. Notice your knee joint on this side, and one side might feel totally different than the other. So if this side is feeling good, you want to take it into a bigger swing, go ahead. If it feels like it needs a little extra care, keep it small and mindful. Awesome. One more swing of that foot, and then set it down, both feet nice and solid on the ground. I'm going to spin my chair around. You stay exactly where you are, and then we're going to start to pick up our pace just a little bit. So find your mountain pose at the top of your mat, feet nice and grounded, arms down at your side. And then for a moment here, just think about pressing into your feet, reaching up through the crown of your head. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more here. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to interlace the fingers, flip the palms, press them forward, make some space for your shoulder blades so that they can sink down just a little bit, and then pause in this position. Notice your fingers, notice your palms. Take one more breath. Beautiful. From here, straight out from the chest, we're going to unlace the fingers and then come to that open palm. So flip the palms, both arms out nice and wide. Chest opens, lift your chin. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to exhale and fold. So you're going to sweep those arms down, reach towards your toes. Inhale to a half forward fold, and then we're going to hold that half forward fold position. So keep a little strength in your back. Lift your arms into cactus or goalpost position. Hold it there nice and steady, and then see if you can even find here just a little extra lift through the front of the body. So imagine that you're pulling your belly away from your thighs, nice and strong. Take one more breath, and then keep that strong position. Lift up through the crown of your head. Keep those cactus arms. We're going to rotate to the right, take a little twist. Inhale to center. Rotate to the left, take a little twist. Inhale to center, hands come back down at your sides. Nice. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften all the way down. Pull the abdominal muscles in, roll up to a seated position. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down, and back. Right hand's going to touch down to the side of the chair. Left hand's going to reach up, lean over to the right, take a gentle side bend. Lift right back up, left hand down, right hand reaches up, lean over to the left, take a side bend. Beautiful, lift back up, and then we're gonna come back to that mountain pose. Anchor into your feet, lift up through the crown of your head. Nice, and then just feeling your feet connected to the floor without looking down, can you pick up your left foot, step it slightly across the right, and then bring it back to that stationary position. Pick up your right leg, can you step it across your left, and then bring it back in. Beautiful. Without looking down, plant both feet on the ground. Pick up your left leg, step it across your right. Without looking down, reset it back to your mountain pose. Without looking down, pick up your right foot, step it across your left, and then set that foot down. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll all the way up, roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down, and back. And now we're gonna reach our hands across over to the right. So we're gonna reach our hands across, step your left foot across the right, and now we're gonna spin around. So we're gonna keep our hands on the chair, spin your butt around so you get that little pivot of your feet. And now we're in that standing tabletop position. So reset your feet so they're nice and even on the ground. Hands are even on your chair, 3 cat-cows here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale and round your back. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your back. Beautiful. One more just like that. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale to round your back, and then find a neutral spine. We're going to step it back to a plank. So rearrange your hands so that you feel really nice and stable on your chair, and also make sure that your chair is in a good stable position so it's not going to slide out from underneath you. Take one more moment in your plank position, and then when you're ready, take it into your down dog. Lift your butt up and back, make a little upside down V. Once you've got that arranged, let your chest drop down, let your head drop down. Take 3 nice big breaths here. Beautiful. Soften your knees, lift your gaze, and now we're going to step the right foot forward, and then we'll rearrange the left leg. So we're going to come into a warrior 1 position. So imagine first that your feet are on railroad tracks. So right foot forward, left foot back. And then we're going to pivot the left foot just a little bit. So the toes are going to turn out about 45 degrees. Hips are going to stay facing towards the low side of your chair. You might choose to keep your hands on the chair, but if everything feels good and stable, you're going to lift your heart up, rearrange your legs as needed, and see if you can sink just a little deeper into that front leg bend, and then reach your arms up and overhead. Take a nice deep breath. One more breath, and then right hand's going to touch down to the thigh. Left hand's going to lean over to the right. Take a nice gentle side bend. Make sure your feet feel good and anchored on the ground. Beautiful. When you're ready, release, lift up. Hands are going to find the chair. We're going to step that back foot forward. Pause in that tabletop position. Wonderful. And now we're going to spin ourselves around. So step your left foot across your right. Walk your hands now over to the right side of the chair. Spin yourself around so your butt pivots back down and around, and then find your seated mountain pose. Anchor into your feet, lift up through the crown of your head. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, pull the abdominal muscles in, roll all the way up, roll the shoulders around and back. And now we're going to walk the hands over to the left, step your right foot across the left. And now we're going to spin around, pivot the feet. Hands are going to find that chair again, find that tabletop position, 3 cat-cows here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale to round your back. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your back. One more time here. Inhale and exhale. Find a neutral spine, readjust your hands as needed, and we're going to step it back to a plank. So step your feet back to a place that feels good. So we want to find that nice engagement. So front body is drawing up nice and strong. There's a broadness in the shoulders. Strengthen your arms, strengthen your wrists. Make sure everything feels good. Take one more moment. And then when you're ready, bring it back to your down dog. Shift your hips back, rearrange your feet as needed, find that upside down V shape, and then let your head drop down. Soften your knees, look forward. We're going to step the left foot forward. Right foot is going to rearrange, but we want to make sure we feel like our feet are on railroad tracks. So a nice bit of space between the feet, and then pivot that right heel just a little bit so the toes are turned out slightly. Keep your hips facing towards the low side of your chair and then see how it feels. You might choose to lift up into that taller position, or you might choose to keep your hands on the chair the whole time. That'll be totally up to you. If it feels good and you feel stable here, arms up and overhead, sink just a little bit deeper into that front leg. Beautiful. Left hand to the hip, right hand's going to stay up. We're going to lean over to the left, take a side bend, go just as far as feels stable. Beautiful. When you're ready, lift up, release your hands to the chair, step that back foot up to meet, rearrange in that tabletop position. And now right hand's going to step across the left. Hands are going to reach over to the left side. And then we're going to spin around, pivot your butt down, find your seated mountain pose again. Beautiful. Right hand's going to touch down to the chair. Left hand's going to reach up. Take a gentle side bend. Lift up, take it over to the other side. Left hand touches down, right hand reaches up, take a side bend. Beautiful. Bring it back up to center, right into a seated twist. Left hand reaches across to the right hand, or to the right knee. Beautiful. When you're ready, release, take it over to the other side. Nice. And then when you're ready, release, and now just scoot your butt forward so that you have a little bit of space to move your legs out and away from you. Left leg is going to step out nice and long, and we're going to take the right leg across the ankle and then see how that feels. And then just finding a stable position. So you might choose to hold on to your chair here. With the leg across the ankle, you're going to slide the foot in and then slide the foot back out. And then see if you could slide it up a little further, coming like below the knee joint, slide that bottom foot in, and then slide that bottom foot out. And now we're going to take that leg and see if we can bring it over the knee. And then once you've got it there, if it feels comfortable, slide that bottom foot in, slide the bottom foot out. And then if this will be our final position for this leg. So if you've got it all the way up across that top thigh, just rearrange anything that you need to, and then slide that bottom foot in. Think about getting nice and tall. So lift up and over, gently push that knee open just a little bit to the point that feels like a good sensation. Keep that uplifted position and then start to lean your heart forward to a depth that feels good to you. Take one more breath. Lift up through the crown of your head. Let your heart follow. Come up with a nice long spine. Keep that foot across. And then if you can, grab hold of the bottom of the foot and just kind of mush around the bottom of the foot. Just notice the texture of your skin on your foot. Notice if your foot is cool or warm. There's no right or wrong, but we just want to notice. Nice. And then we're going to use our hand to do the heavy lifting. So you're going to grab hold of the toes of the top of the feet. Take your foot, draw it in circles, go in one direction. Take your foot, draw it in circles, go the other way. Wonderful. And then let that come to stillness. Hold on to your chair, lean back, slide that bottom leg out nice and long. Keep that figure four configuration, and then just anchor into your left leg, or the leg that's out nice and long. From here, you're just going to bend yourself forward just a little bit, leaning your heart towards your shin. Come back up, grab your heel, grab your knee, lift that leg off, send it out nice and long, give everything a bounce. Bounce out your toes, bounce out your ankles, bounce out your knees, but keep the legs long. And now we're gonna anchor into the right leg, pick the left leg up, bring it across the left, so down low towards that ankle joint, slide that foot in just a little bit, lean back, slide that foot out. Nice. And then see if you can slide that foot up just a little bit further. So coming below the knee joint, make sure it all feels good. And then slide that right leg in and slide that right leg out. Nice. And then if you can, bring that leg over over that knee joint. So it's across the top of the thigh. Make sure everything feels good. Slide that right leg in, slide that right leg out. And then if you've got it there and it feels comfortable, you're going to keep there or readjust anything that you need to. And then when you're ready, slide that right leg in, push the knee open, get nice and tall, and then lean your heart forward. When you feel ready, lift up, keep the leg across in that figure four shape, catch hold of the bottom of the foot, and then just start to mush the foot around, massaging out the bottom of the foot, but then take the moment to notice, how does this foot feel compared to the other? Is the skin cool or warm? How does the texture of your skin feel? How does your foot feel? Awesome. One more little mush of that foot, and then we're going to catch hold of the top of the foot. Draw your foot in circles. Go in one direction. Draw your foot in circles. Go the other way. Beautiful. And then let that come to stillness. Lean back, slide the leg out, step your left foot off, give everything a little bounce. Wiggle out your toes, wiggle out your knees, wiggle out your hips. And then we're going to step the feet a little bit wider towards the outer edges and bring it into some windshield wiper. So bring some really big, good movement into the hip sockets. Awesome. One more little swish of the knees side to side, and then you're going to swish the knees all the way over to the right. Let that left knee drop down. So we find this little 90-90 lunge, knee drop down. Once you've got your way here, left hand's going to reach up, lean into the back of the chair, lift up, and now we're going to keep an upright spine and rotate towards the back of the chair. Both hands are going to find the back of the chair so you can leverage into it. Take a nice big breath. Unwind. Right hand is going to just find a good handhold so you feel stable on your chair, but now the left leg, or that leg that's down, knee down, slide that leg back. So we find our crescent lunge here. And then once you found your crescent lunge, reach your left hand up, look to the sky, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Release that, soften that left knee. And now we're going to swing the legs around, swing your butt around, swivel your hips and swivel your knees. And then the next time you swing over to the left, scooch all the way around, let that knee drop down, find that 90-90 lunge. Nice. Reach your right hand up, take a side bend, lean into the back of the chair. Beautiful. Lift up with a little bit of control, and now we're going to rotate. Rotate towards the back of the chair. Let both hands find the chair. Nice. And then when you're ready, unwind. That leg that the knee is down, slide that leg back. So we come into our crescent lunge. And then once you found your way there, right hand is going to reach up, look to the sky. Beautiful. Release that nice and slow. Soften that back knee. Shimmy your legs around. Take a couple of another little gentle windshield wipers here. And then with a wide position of our legs, we're just going to finish with a kind of wide leg fold. So step your feet to a nice width that feels good to you. It doesn't have to be extreme. Just create a little bit of space for yourself. And then start by leaning your heart forward. Let your hands come all the way down towards the ground. Plenty of space for your belly and your chest. And then once you've found that bit of space, can you soften your elbows? Can you soften through the back of your body? Let your head drop down and take 3 nice deep breaths here. When you feel ready, slowly start to lift yourself up. Lift from the crown of your head. Walk your hands up to your knees. Help walk yourself all the way back up and in. Toe heel your feet into a nice comfortable distance, feet solid on the ground, nice tall upright spine. Drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Let it hang nice and heavy here. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. We're going to roll the chin across the chest. Take the left ear over to the left shoulder. Hang out here. Awesome. Roll the chin back down to the chest. Take a couple little figure eights here with your chin down towards your chest. And then to finish, we're going to come back to those bubble cheeks. So lift your head up, puff out your cheeks, and then just move that air around your cheek. Let your face move, let your nose wiggle. If your teeth clench together, see if you can keep your lips together, teeth apart, and then move that air around just one more moment. And then when you're ready, let all that air go. Start to walk your butt back in your seat. And then just for an added little, if just for your own practice, if you prefer to take your Shavasana down on the ground or in a lying down position, if you feel like a seated Shavasana is not for you this morning, you might choose to spin yourself around and maybe even throw your legs up over your chair. But if it feels good to be in a seated position, scoot your butt way back. Give everything a second to settle in. If it feels comfortable to do so, maybe let your eyes close down or just soften your gaze. Keeping your eyes closed if you can, start to allow your awareness to come back into your body. Invite some gentle little wiggles into your toes, gentle little wiggles into your fingers. Invite a slightly deeper breath back into your body. And then as you start to reawaken your fingers and your toes, can you tune into your sense of listening and just start to listen into the sounds around you? You might notice the subtle sounds of the movement of your fingers and your toes, subtle movement of your body. Can you hear the sound of your breath, sound of the room that you're working in or the sounds outside of the room that you're working in. And then when you're ready, let your hands and your feet come to a slight stillness. Lift your back away from your seat, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to walk the butt forward in the chair just to about the middle of your seat so that you feel like you can still find that nice solid foundation with your butt connected to the chair. Keeping your eyes closed down if you can, we're going to curl the tailbone under just slightly. So we're kind of leaning back or tilting back into the sits bones. So let most of this come out of the pelvis. Let that tilt come out of the pelvis. And then tip the pelvis back or tailbone back towards the back of the chair. So now you feel like more of your butt is connected to the chair. And then do that again. Tilt the pelvis so that you're curling the tailbone under, and then tilt back so that the tailbone is reaching towards the back of the chair. Nice. Curl the tailbone under, and then reach it back towards the back of the chair. Beautiful. 2 more just like that, but now see if you can kind of smooth it out. So we're just doing that little pelvic tilt, but in a seated position. So you might have to just work a little bit harder to make that movement happen. Nice. And then see if you can find that the middle of that. So not tilted too far back, not tilted too far forward, the middle position. And then see if you can just for a moment notice your left and your right sits bones anchored into your chair. Lift up through the crown of your head. Let your shoulders soften away from your ears. Feel your feet connected to the floor. Bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Take a nice full inhale. Fill your belly up. Exhale nice and slow. The hand that's on the belly, bring it up and stack it right on the hand that's on the heart. Take another nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Take another nice deep breath, breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. And then breathe in just a little extra love and gratitude that you can carry with you through the rest of your day and share with everyone you see. When you feel ready, gently lift up through the top of your head, gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy Wednesday.